The impact of emasculation on men and marriages. Welcome back to my channel, but if you are new on my channel, welcome to this channel. My name is Dauda Habeeb. Today we are going to be discussing a very important topic, but yet heavily overlooked. What is emasculation and how it's affecting relationship dynamic or marriage dynamics? That's what today's topic is all about. On this video today, I'm going to be discussing about what emasculation actually means, and I'm going to give you example based on my marriage life, based on my practical experience on how emasculation can take hold in a relationship. I'm going to be discussing about the symptoms of emasculation on men in marriages, and I'm going to be discussing the real life effect emasculation have on marriages. And most importantly, I'm going to be discussing on how to rebuild yourself after being emasculated in marriage. And my final thought. So stick around. This is a very, very important video. I need you to just listen with open mind. I'm sure you will benefit from it. So let's get started. But before I start, let me just give a big thanks to all my subscribers and the new subscribers, and big thanks to those that hit the like button on my previous video and those that share my previous video for those they believe might benefit from it, and most importantly, those that left their comment. Those that commented on my previous video, I thank you all for your participation. Your comments were all relevant, and I endeavor to respond to all comments. If you haven't, believe me, I will respond to your comments as soon as possible. Again, thank you for participation. So let's move on. This topic, as I said, is a very important topic. Emasculation in marriage. Look, if you are in marriage today, or if you are in a relationship, hopefully turn to my husband and wife at some point, or if you are just dating, or if you have an uncle or brother that are in the relationship today, or if you are just curious, you want to know the effect or the impact emasculation play in marriage, stick around. This video is for you. So let's get started. What is emasculation? Traditionally, emasculation simply means the reduction of mere masculinity or strength, the reduction of their influence in the relationship, the reduction of their contribution in the relationship, and the reduction of who they really are or the role they play in that relationship. That is what emasculation mean in marriage. Based on my experience, I was married for over a decade and a half, and I experienced emasculation at some point in my marriage. And I'm going to tell you how it actually happened in real life. It goes like this. One day I was just on my way from work. I just entered home. I just came back from work, really. Once I opened that door, I was still on my work bag and my work uniform. My then wife said, "Hey, please come and help me change baby pampers or napkin." I was excited because it's my child. It's a baby. We just had the baby. I just dropped my bag and carry the baby, clean her up, play with her, change the napkin. And I went back to freshen up and get some food and eat. For me, it's normal. It became a routine. I really don't feel anything about it then. I thought it's just a normal role, part of the role as a husband you play in the relationship. So it was normal to me. The second stage was comparison stage. It get to a level in my marriage, she started comparing me to her friend's husband. That her friend's husband do more than I'm doing. ride a better car, live a better house. Then I was out defending myself that look, I'm doing well, I'm paying the bill, I'm doing all of, so I'm not put in a defensive mode just to make myself relevant in that matter. That is the second stage. And the third stage of emasculation in marriage is aggression. She become aggressive. Believe me, remember that the media or the news outlets portray masculinity in a negative way. So it's very easy for a partner, your wife, to emasculate you because you wouldn't want to fall into that trap of being labeled as aggressive person, as a senseless person, as a purpose person. You wouldn't want to fall into that category. So you'll be very extremely careful. And that's why it's easy for emasculation to take place or to take hold in a relationship. So the aggressive stage of emasculation is, for example, one day I used to play with my friend. Every Saturday we hang out. Men, most of them are married, like myself. Then on my way out, she said, "No, you're not going out. Why do you want to leave me alone at home to take care of the baby alone?" I said, "But this is what I do all the time." She stood by the door and blocked the door and said, "I'm not going out." That's a trap. Because if I aggressively go and physically remove her from the door, I become an aggressive person. For me to avoid that, to be labeled aggressive person, I have to stay at home. And from there, emasculation beginning to take hold. That also happened to me in the real life. And before you know what happened, I beginning to lose my identity. I wasn't too sure if I do this, what would be the consequence? Or if I do that, what would be the consequence? It's an emotional trap. So that is how emasculation can take place in my own experience, but other people might experience it in a different way, but that is how I experienced it myself during my marriage. Now, let me tell you about the symptoms of emasculation to men. What are the symptoms? One, feeling of inadequacy. You don't feel enough. You feel that you're not enough for anything. You feel little, you feel small. Feeling of inadequacy. Yeah. When you are emasculated as a man, you feel small, you feel inadequate. And another one is the feeling of anxiety. You feel that anxiety in you. And also loss of purpose. You don't have that purpose. There is no reason to live. You really have no direction. You have no purpose. You just be a robot. That is how it works. That's if you are emasculated, that's how you feel. You had that feeling of not able to express yourself, not able to talk about how you feel inside you. That is how you know you are being emasculated. It's a very dangerous feeling. That's why you should listen to this video. And I will tell you how to rebuild your masculinity toward the end of this video. So hang around. But okay, that being said, the symptom it has in men. What about real life damage caused by emasculation in marriage? What are the consequences of emasculation to marriage? The impact emasculation has in marriages itself. What are the impacts? Emasculation can result to communication breakdown. If you are being emasculated, you do not have that zeal to communicate anything. And if you don't communicate in a relationship or marriage, that can lead to emotional disconnected. And if you are emotionally disconnected in a relationship, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when the divorce process will start. Because you cannot live with someone you are not emotionally connected with. Do you know? Isn't that clear? Yes, it's clear. That's why emasculation is a dangerous thing in marriage. The point is this: the wife or the partner might feel that, okay, I'm being a power now. I'm not playing the role, most of the role of masculinity in the relationship. But what that means, it causes resentment and it causes imbalances in that marriage. The marriage that emasculation take hold will never survive. It's a matter of when, not if, the separation or divorce will happen. That is fact. Now, if you are being emasculated today as I speak, as I was then, if you are in the similar position as I speak on this video, let me tell you how you can uh, how to rebuild your masculinity when you are being emasculated. How can you rebuild your masculinity when you are being or when you are already emasculated? How can you rebuild it? I want you to listen to me. This is very important. One, we have to redefine what masculinity actually is. We have to redefine what masculinity actually is. In almost all the news outlets or medias, they portray masculinity in a negative way. But if we redefine what it actually is, that will be the beginning of the end of the dilemma. Masculinity actually means ability to provide for your family, ability to protect your family, ability to make decisions that is right for the family as a whole, ability to lead the family. That is what masculinity should be portrayed as. Not an angry person or aggression or purpose or someone that doesn't listen or someone that's full of himself. No, that is not masculinity. We have to redefine what it actually is. That is the beginning of the end of this madness, this emasculation madness that happen most of the marriages across the world. Let me give you one statistics. This is real. The number of men that experience masculinity that end in divorce, that could not survive. What I mean by not survive is that maybe they end up in the mental health hospital or they are dead, God forbid. The number of them is much more higher than the number of women that died of cancer each year. But the problem is that news doesn't it's not on news, and people don't talk about it. The media don't talk about it, but it happens all the time. When you are being emasculated and you end up with divorce, it's very hard to survive because you're already emotionally trapped. That is statistics, and it's real. So another way to rebuild our masculinity is to try to have an open communication. How to have an open, in the sense that we men, we should be able to express how we feel. We should be able to connect with our vulnerability. We should be able to express express our emotion, express how we feel about things, communicate how we think things are going, whether it's right or wrong. We should be able to express how we feel in terms of vulnerability, in terms of emotion, in terms of strength. We should be able to express that. We shouldn't, because one thing about us women is that we believe when we express our emotion, we are weak. We feel we are not strong. We feel we are weak. No, that is not a solution. we should be able to express ourselves. When we feel something is not right, we should be able to express it. That is another way of trying to reverse or counteract this trend that is growing every day. Emasculation is a disease, a cancer in a relationship. When it take hold, you hardly survive it. Redefining masculinity, able to express how we feel in terms of vulnerability, in terms of emotion, in terms of strength. We should be able to express ourselves. That might just be a solution to all this problem. No holding back. No, I'm a man. No, I don't want to talk. No, express yourself. That might just be a solution. What is my take on this thing? Our relationship of marriage shouldn't be defined by emasculation. Emasculation shouldn't define our relationship of marriage. It shouldn't. Knowing the impact it has in the long run in a relationship, knowing it right now will help to mitigate or eradicate that problem going forward. A balanced marriage is marriage that lasts. Imbalanced marriage never lasts. When emasculation eating into marriage, it becomes imbalanced and never lasts. I'm not trying to be emotional here because I experienced it. When I'm talking and I remember how emasculation took place during my marriage. It just remind me of that period in my marriage. It's not a good feeling. So this video, all the point I make on this video, try to look at it very well. I'm sure it's going to be of help to you in one way or the other. But anyway, that's me done today. This I just thought I should just let this one out there now and see hopefully someone benefit from it. So my brother and sister, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel. I have a lot to give. I'm going to be telling you all I know. I'm going to be direct and be honest and be truthful. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Tell me, have you ever experienced emasculation at some point in your life, in a relationship or marriage? Have you ever experienced emasculation? If you have, tell me how you were able to overcome it, or what you did to overcome it. But if you haven't, just tell me how you feel about this video. Whether in a negative way or in a positive way, but just tell me your opinion. That would be very, very useful. Right. Until then, as I always say, take care of yourself and each other.